again, I'm saying this the first time.
I'm with you.
Giving you because you're asking these great questions.
Yeah.
I'm giving you stuff that I've never talked about before.
My God.
I think when he said that, it was towards me because I don't know how it happened, but it got back to him that I don't know that of what I said or how I felt about the music, and I think he took that. Because back then, I'm doing my own music. I didn't know if I said something meant so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, because I'm,
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that he was saying that to me. And I want to be the first here to apologize to Andre because if that's what was the perception, then, you know what I'm saying? Me having that type of influence with the Source, I shouldn't have probably said that.
Yeah.
But I was wrong. Look how great he is. Look at how much of a legend he is. Look at all the amazing music and what he's done, and as a movie and as an actor. So, you know, I'm not going to be right all the time.
When they said Outkast, he said,
How you going to get booed and you just won Best New Artist?
It was backlash from the East Coast, West Coast thing.
It was pretty brutal to just be in a room full of people that don't even really care about what you do.
So what's up, Dre?
Pressure can either bust pipes or create a diamond, and what Andre said when he got on that microphone created a diamond.
But it's like this, though. I'm tired of folks, you know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and don't nobody want to hear it, but it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Everybody was like this.
So, yeah, hi, you guys. You can hear Benzino is saying that he felt like maybe he was a part of why Andre decided to give, well, he pretty much said South got something to say. And after they won Best New Artist, and I don't know, because I don't know what Benzino said back then. I just feel like, for me, what I do remember, there was an era coming off the East Coast that somehow they was the beginning and the end, right? And if you didn't sound like them, I guess you didn't have a right to be a part of hip hop. I don't know why they took the attitude that they took. I also started to believe as time went on, a lot of it was probably rooted in greed and wanting to, you know, if they keep the sound there, if they keep everybody having to come for the East Coast sound, then they would control the capital of it, you know, the money, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking, too. I feel like even though I grew up on the West Coast, everybody kind of was happy that Andre said that because a lot of people were thinking that about the East Coast anyway. And they were saying little stuff. I think even the Fugees said a little line, and Lil' Kim said a little something as well about you want a cheap chick, go down to Freaknik. You know, it was like certain things, you know, even though Freaknik was a big to do back then, trust me, people was going from all over the country to go down there so they could say what they want to say, but she was down there. You know, but it was just the air that they gave off, like, you know, this is the side, right? And everybody didn't necessarily feel like that. And then there's nothing wrong with growth, and there's nothing wrong with diversity in different styles and sounds. And people we were all coming, I mean, I guess because it was such an urban sound at one time, we all probably had similar situations, we're coming out of similar backgrounds, similar, you know, seeing similar situations happen to us as a group of people or as minorities, but we still did things different, right? Like the West Coast was definitely heavy into cars, car shows and lowriders and certain things that we were into that they may not have been heavy into on the East Coast or in the South, right? And so, and certain things in the South, like bass music, Uncle Luke, and the twerking before y'all called it twerking was going on. And I don't know. I just think that it was different things to offer. And so for people not to be open to that, you had to wonder why, right? And I think it was just rooted in the money. I can't speak for Andre and why he made the statement. I can only say that I feel like a lot of people felt like that, and they were very, very happy that he made that statement, not just people in the South. Because I feel like they treated everybody like that. But it was a nastiness that was definitely directed to the South for whatever reason. Maybe they could feel the takeover. Maybe they could feel that takeover. I don't know, because the takeover most certainly happened, and they haven't been able to turn that table ever since, right? So I don't know. I think sometimes, like that saying goes, people's hate is motivation for people, right? And it just makes people grind harder and work harder when you out here doing all of that. You kind of helping people more than you're not. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about what Benzino had to say about that. I don't know if Andre, they would have to go to Andre about that if he was even thinking about what Benzino said, and maybe he did say something in the magazine. Like I was saying in that other video, the only thing I can really remember about Benzino is that he was into himself. It was definitely all about him and made men, right? And I think a lot of people just question, how can you run a magazine when you have to critique other artists? It's just, it was a conflict of interest, right? For him to want to be an artist so bad and want to be not only an artist, but a top artist, and run this magazine and be a part of running this magazine at the same time. I think that was a conflict of interest, and that was kind of how people felt about him. Now, I don't know what he said about the South, to be really honest, but let me know what you guys think about that. The other story that's out here about Benzino is this story again with Shauna Brooks. And I don't know if Benzino is really saying this stuff, because he kind of said that he was hacked. His Instagram was hacked. And the person is kind of issuing threats towards Shauna Brooks and saying some other colorful stuff. They're also saying that they're going to come after YouTubers who kind of painted this picture of him dating Shauna. And I think that it wasn't really the YouTubers who put it out there first, because those blogs they really were making that sound like she wanted him to go public with their relationship. And then he, of course, came back and said there was no relationship. They did talk over the phone, but they never hung out. And even though they were both going to be in this movie, they were not filming together, right? And so they never met face to face. She wanted to hang out with him, I guess. That's what he's trying to say. But he didn't think it was a good idea, and that's why the conversation kind of flows the way it's going. That's what he is saying. Now, I don't know if this is really Benzino on this Instagram or not, but the person is saying some stuff. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me know in the comments. Do you think that Benzino is the one posting this stuff about, he will do this, that, and the other? And he's also saying he's going to come after the YouTubers who put the stories out. I don't know how truthful that is, because the blogs were the ones who put the story out there, and then you guys know, once we see things in the media, then we kind of touch on them. And it's not just me and the smaller people, even the ones with the huge platforms. The story kind of has to come out here unless they have a source, but rarely do you see them talking about things that haven't already been out here, right? So, outside of TMZ, everybody else is, going to get the story from a TMZ, or going to get the story from a Radar, or from the media, the mainstream media. But let me know what you guys think of the Andre 3000 story that you hear Benzino talking about. And let me know how you feel about the Shauna Brooks story in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.